Check this out. $5 yard sale special. I picked this up. There's a Midland base station, 23 channel base station. I picked it up for $5 with the microphone. I'm assuming it's the original mic, but the nameplate is gone, so I don't know for sure. But it's made in Japan, just like the radio. And it seems like it's from about the same time period. With the radio, look at how basic of a radio is that. Volume, squelch, and PA. No noise blanker, no noise limiter, no mic gain, no RF gain, just volume and squelch. But it does have a nice meter. I like the meter on this. The case is in okay shape. It does have some flaws. Somebody had something mounted to the top of it. So it's got a couple of holes drilled in it. It has the shock warning sticker on here that is pretty much worn away. We can still read it a little. Caution to prevent electric shock. Do not remove cover. Oh boy. Good thing that's faded. We can pretend we didn't see it. April 1976. It's an old timer. Not as old as me, but close. 1976. That standard 2-pin power cord. It has the little bump in it in the top. And it has the standard 12-volt plug too. And the PA and the external speaker and the antenna. What's that extra hole for? TVI. Huh, I have no idea. It's for adjusting something, but I have no idea. Tell me in the comments. I'm sure somebody out there is going to know what that is. Does that go way back to when they used to interfere with TVs? See, it looks like it says TVI. And there's a trimmer pot in there. Alright, what do you say we connect this thing? Actually, should we look inside it first? Yeah, let's take a peek inside. Let me pull those screws, and then we'll take that cover off. Alright, I got all the screws out of it. Now, this should just lift off. Yes, it does. Put that safely down there. Looks pretty good inside. Looks like it's missing something. I bet you that's a mobile board, and I bet you that's to clear the speaker magnet when that's mounted in a mobile radio. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like to me. Oh, I see a little bit of monkey business there. See this? Let's see. See that crystal right there? See, it's been moved over. And it has a wire soldered to it. Where's that wire go? It goes to the PA speaker. I bet you that's what used to be connected to the top of this radio. Those two holes I showed you. I bet you there was a switch box up there. How many other wires are on there though? Total of 3 wires. Where do they all go? The white one comes back. Oh, it goes underneath. I can't see that. You're in the way. All I can see is that the green one is soldered right to the leg of that crystal. I'm betting that the red one is soldered to the original connection for that crystal down there. Can you see that? Oh, the camera's not really focusing. Oh, almost had it. It almost focused. What's the white one for, though? I don't know. Now that wouldn't even be the original jack, would it? Because the original PA jack is a mono jack. And that looks like a stereo jack to me. It's got 3 wires. 3 wires is stereo jack. Well, we'll figure that out later. I just wanted to take a peek in here and see what kind of craziness has been done in this thing. We already found some. I keep trying to look down inside the radio without using the camera, but the screen of the camera is actually brighter than what it is down inside the radio. Oh, let's give it some more light. Hey, how about that, huh? Now we can really see. Yeah, that just looks funny to see. With side rail there, inside of a radio. It has some dust in it. Good thing is, I don't see any bugs. Lots of dust, but sometimes I get a little afraid when I open up these old radios. You never know what you're going to find inside of them. There's a whole lot of crystals on this thing. Alright, what do you say we connect this thing up and see if it works? We're going to leave that top cover off because I kind of like seeing inside of it. And if anything smokes, we'll know right where it came from. Let's put our antenna on there first. Make sure our notches are lined up. Now, that bump went up, didn't it? Yeah, sure did. Alright, we got the antenna and the electricity hooked up. Well, there's some more strangeness. I wonder if that's the original PA setup. Don't get nervous. I'm just putting my hands in there. I'm not touching anything I shouldn't. Look at that, we've got a couple of wires nipped off. But I'm going to assume that that's the original wires that hooked up to the PA. Something else has been done too on the power supply side. We have the wire nuts and some black tape around them. I'm not sure what that's all about, unless they replaced the transformer. Could very well be. Yeah, both those wires do come right out of the transformer. Alright, let's go on the front. Let's plug this thing in. We took our mic up. Actually, does this one need a mic to receive? Well, it turns on, but we have no sound. Let's hope that's because of the mic. It's not easy to do some of this stuff one-handed. Trying to hold the camera and plug a microphone in. Ah, it is. Doesn't need the mic to receive. A lot of the older radios didn't need the microphone to receive, but evidently this one does. And we are on. We get you so there's no glare. 19. It actually works across the band too. Oh, a little touchy. I have had these old crystal radios in the past where a crystal will go bad and it'll lose a bank of channels. They all seem to work though. At least we have static on all of them. Alright, we have a meter hooked up. So let's check that meter. Get you down a little closer. We have the... Actually, let me turn this extra light off too, because we don't need that anymore. We're out of the case. Let's check the volume. Alright, let's see the wattage. We're on the 5-watt scale. And we are putting out 2 watts of power. And lots of modulation. Yeah, that meter's not calibrated. It is now. One-handed again. It's got to be picking up the air conditioner and the fans in the room. It works though. With a whopping 2.01 watts of power. I bet you somebody had it set up to run an amp. And I bet you this thing had channels probably somewhere up into the like channel 50 area. Let's do an on-air test. Let's see what this thing actually sounds like on the air. I have my radio in the garage turned on with the antenna disconnected from it. So it has no antenna, and the RF gain is turned down to reduce the signal strength because the stations are too close together. But with the reduced signal strength, let's see, this old Midland, if any of my locals are hearing this, this is probably about take number 6 on this part of the video. I keep messing up and leaving one radio on AM and one on sideband, and so just take my word for it, this is take number 6, but it seems to be working okay. Now let's see if I can finally get a good reading off the recording. Alright, that should be enough recording for it. Let's go down to the garage and take a listen to the recording from that radio. See what this one sounds like on the air.
If any of my locals are hearing this, this is probably about take number 6 on this part of the video. I keep messing up and leaving one radio on AM and one on sideband, and so just take my word for it, this is take number 6, but it seems to be working okay. Now let's see if I can finally get a good reading off the recording.
So it ain't much. It's just a $5 radio. I will probably never actually talk to anybody using this radio, but for $5 I just couldn't pass it up. It works, even the meter seems to work. It has sound. It keys up. It has output power. It has modulation. And it has some mods. I will poke around with that. Maybe I will transmit with this. You never know. I'm going to poke around and see. Do a little research and see what I can find out about that mod that goes over to the crystals and see exactly what channels this thing is capable of. I gotta check the numbers on that crystal too, see if they actually replaced the crystal or just moved it over. A lot of times I'm pretty sure that they replace that crystal with another one, and then the wires get connected to an external crystal box with more crystals in it for mixing them together for getting the different channels. Because this radio has 23 channels, but there isn't 23 crystals there. They mix them together to get the frequencies. So like I said, I need to do some research and find out exactly what those are, and if there is a mod for this thing, a modification that has an external switch box with the extra crystals. I want to try and duplicate it. See if I can actually get this thing to do more than just 23 channels. Alright, I guess that's it for now. I thought I'd just share my $5 yard sale find with you guys. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.